Alrighty. Let's get this party started. Get this party started. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Sounds good there. Mute this so it doesn't make my voice in echo. Echo, echo. Okay, we got game audio as well. So, hello, people of the internet. Wave to the people. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Bloodborne. I was about to say Dark Souls Remastered. We are beyond that now. So, we're playing Bloodborne here. Last time, if memory serves, we defeated Father Gascon and made it to the Cathedral Ward, whereupon we met a odd little fellow who wished for us to send people his way. Upon coming back to talk to Iosefka, try and get her to come, she instead wanted us to send people her way, but offered us a reward, and we are hunters of virtue. We do not need reward, so we denied her reasoning, and we are instead sending people to the cathedral. So, that is where we're going to pick up today. We did send the little girl as well as the old lady there. That is pretty much the next point. There's nothing really to do back at the point I was currently at, except for the hardest boss in the game, of course. The base game, that is. And yeah, we'll do that later. Trying to remember, do I have any blood? I do not. Okay. Let's store the Iosefka's blood, though. Just because, you know, I feel like it. So, Iosefka's blood. Is that a special material or something? Or can I not store it? I don't think I can store it. Huh. Interesting. Didn't know that. Sorry, Garmin. So, to the Cathedral Ward we shall go. Because that is where we're going to proceed from in the forward march that is time unending. We do also have to get our fashion back, because every time we go to the dream, they take away our fashion. It's a shame what they do. Such a shame. But we'll live with it. We'll deal. We will deal. Because we are Havlin. Okay. So the Cathedral Ward. Hey, dude.
Oh, the hunter.
Yes, the hunter.
Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right?
Yes.
Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
If you find any saints, send them along.
But what about the little girl? Hey, old bat.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something?
Yes.
Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say.
Okay.
This old mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders.
No, it's not.
Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk.
Nah.
Don't you come near me. I know your type.
She's gonna warm up to me, I'm sure. Hey, G6, welcome to the stream. Happy things. You know what? Let's go and check on that little girl. See what's going on there, you know. Because I know I sent her this way, you know. I do so know that. Terrible? Oh, no. Why it be terrible? School getting you down or something? The old school scholarly grind putting you down or something along those lines? So much annoying work to do that you're weak at. Oh, okay, so it is school. I honestly guessed there. That was honestly a total guess if it was school that was what was keeping you down. I'm glad to know that I'm insightful enough to realize that I was right. Hey, light it up. But what subjects are you weak at, if you don't mind me asking, at least? Writing a text about organ. Like the instrument, or organs, so like bodily organs. Okay. So you have a writing assignment about the bodily organs. Interesting. Wait, is that two subjects blended into one? Or are those just, or are science and languages just your weak subjects? As an answer to my earlier question. I need to check on that little girl that I sent this way. Ah, so science and languages. Okay, so, and again, this is just me being a little bit ignorant. But when you're saying languages, are you talking like you learn foreign languages or like literature language class? Because when I grew up, it wasn't, my English class was about, also I'm sorry if I'm speaking a little loud, it's kind of hard to judge my volume sometimes, but my English, okay, so it's just like grammar and that kind of stuff then, yeah? Okay. Okay, yeah. You know, something I learned very early on to deal with those sorts of things was, and it is something my teachers eventually caught on to, but they couldn't really fault me with it. But like oftentimes when I had to write long essays, I would restate the fact multiple times. Like if I ended one paragraph by saying one thing, within the start of the next paragraph would often reiterate the point that I had just gone over. I got called out on it a couple times, but I never really lost points. And as far as grammar goes, you know, English is the hardest language to learn for a reason, I suppose, you know. We have the weirdest grammar of them all. Bad doggo. Hey, OM Critzy, welcome, welcome. How be things, how be things. English is your second language. Well, you're already better off than I am. I only speak English. I know smatterings of sign, which I took a semester of in college, as well as a couple of words in Spanish, which I took 4 years of in high school, you know? That Spanish lesson's really stuck in the old brain noodle, you know? I speak Spanish, bueno. I was just about to make a comment that I seem to have wiped all of them all out, but I guess I was wrong. I spoke too soon. You go to a French school. Oh. I don't know any French. I know French was offered in high school, but I think it was mainly, I was at that point in my life where I wanted to try and embrace a little bit of that Hispanic heritage that I have, is why I took Spanish. You know, bad at Cantonese, only speak English at home. Okay, she's gone. Wonder if she got lost along the way. But anyways, Critzy, howdy things. Sorry I haven't responded to you yet on Discord. Life's just been a little bit, busy. But even still, barely speaking a language is still better than me. It is still better than I. Because like I said, I know how to count to 20, technically, with sign. I know a few words. I think I remember the alphabet. And to think, a lot of English words come from French. But yeah, and I was about to say, and to think, the fact of the matter is that originally when I started learning sign, I had gotten it into my head, you know, maybe if I learn enough sign language, I could do, like, sign language tutorial videos on YouTube, you know, reach a wider audience and all that stuff. But then, of course, I stopped going to that. Oh, I see why that got flagged. Ow. Ignore these fellas. They're not bothering me. It's because it didn't... If you take out the word language, is where the issue is. Porkers, get out of my... Oh, no. What is that? Oh, no, wait, that's the body. I've seen that body before. Poor fella. What'd you drop? Blood? Oh, you dropped something else. A red messenger ribbon. I wonder what this is about. The thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. Yes. This is one of the few plot points of Bloodborne that I managed to go through all the way. The poor little girl, whose father was Gascon, who killed the mother, who sent us to find them both, and then asked for us to send her somewhere safe. Sending her here made her have an unfortunate run-in with a giant pig who consumed her. And all that's left is a blood-stained ribbon. A terrible fate, but not an uncommon one in the land of Yharnam. I'm still looking at options. I won't say it on stream. I'm still looking at options, and I am debating, like, and I wanted to ask your opinion on this as well. Would you be more interested in a story-based progression one, or would you prefer a more open one where one could do their own thing and would allow it to be open to potentially having more people join in at a later point? You know? Because I'm sure that Wobbuffet will be interested if you're fine with him. And I might open it up to others, you know? And just thinking about it, if I do the more open one, I am debating if I should shell out the $7.99 a month for a paid version, you know? I'm debating that. But yeah. Haven't made any concrete decisions. I will be sending you some possible options at a later point, though. Sometime later. Oh, nope. I will make sure that there is no politicking. I will make sure. Alright, but new-ish area. I have made it to this point in the game. I will eventually say where the furthest point I've made it is. Strongburb. Ow! Ooh, do I want to let this guy kill me? Do I want to let him kill me? It's gonna take me to a harder area. See, this guy is... I'm gonna let him, because I'm gonna show it. So this guy is a special enemy, which... Come on, be special! Thank you. So normally, when you die, you respawn at the Lantern's or the Hunter's Dream. I can't remember, kind of depends on when and where. However, if this fella kills you, and he is hiding in a certain spot, I believe the enemy name for that guy is... Oh, no, I guess it isn't him. I guess I was wrong. Or maybe it was the wrong version of him. Change the stream title to Fashionborn. Ah, but I've not embraced fashion just yet. Oh, wait, nope. Yep, that was the wrong enemy completely. Sorry, big dude. I mixed you up with somebody else. I apologize to him, you know. I had to let him I'm sorry, dude. I mixed you up. I mixed you up with somebody else, man. It's an honest mistake. He understands, you know? I let him kill me so we could reach an understanding. Yeah, you know, he has to get his vengeance out somewhere, somehow, and it was a simple case of mistaken identity, you know, it happens to everyone. It does happen to everyone, but now we can be friends, and he can give me his fashion. Oh, Mr. Man, give me your fashion. Fashion! He didn't have much fashion. Very clearly, not one for fashion. No, I'm a dragon. I'm not a rooster, no matter what the Zodiac says. No matter what the Zodiac says, I'm a dragon, not a rooster. Okay, I guess Mr. isn't here yet. Yeah, give me the madman's knowledge. I think he comes later. Oh, hey, Mr. 2. No, I'm not a rooster! I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon. Oh, by the way, apparently, I'm not the first soul dragon. And hang on just a moment here. Let me heal up and kill this man. Oh, I am. I am a proud creature. But I'm also humble. Because pride is the most deadly of the sins. But, apparently, and I only found this out because of the FGO Reddit. If I can find it again, because it was just posted today. Had to deal with Medusa and her monstrous strength. Oh, by the way, any thoughts on the most recent strengthening quest for Moriarty? You know, that was not expected by many people. A lot of people were hoping for Napoleon or something. Okay, so this gate is closed by a device, so I can't get in through this way, so we have to go a long way around. Let me see if I can't find it while I'm making a slow saunter through here. Yeah, Soul's Dragon install, which is Soul Bad Guy, is from a fighting game series called Guilty Gear, and he has a dragon install. So there's a video game character named Soul with a dragon installation thing. You know, I think my shtick's been stolen from me. Check Discord though. Sure thing. Whoop, wrong one. Your proudest gotcha thumbnail. Oh snap. But there is another path we can follow. Let me check this right quick. Ooh. That's actually pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, that is a pretty damn good thumbnail. Excuse me. But down, here we go. Go. Don't have enough oof to stagger this boy. But I'll take your blood. I can roughly 3-hit. That's good. Oh, looky here. An item. I wonder what it is. Hunter garb, fashion, and a black hole. Hang on. You can explain. Oh boy, what is this? Don't fork with us Toaru fans who hate 90% of the series and the fan base. Well, I would definitely like to hear the explanation for this. Okay, so that way leads to what I know. So I want to go a dish away. But first, gotta wait on the fashion. Because we got a big boy. Hello there, big boy. Ow. At least he's nice and dandy. He's got a top hat, you know. That means he's fashionable. Ooh, that hurt. That smacked. Ooh. And welcome, Draconic. Welcome. How be things? How be things? So I think if I had the axe, I could stagger this dude. But I'm not using the axe. I'm using, because J6S, a saw spear. Yes, I'm using a spear that is also a saw. The saw spear. Jigsaw's most complicated weapon. I don't know how I got that stagger off. I really don't have any idea how I got that one stagger off. Oh, as a member of the fanbase, you can confirm that statement is true. Interesting. How is it true? And a fic idea that you're trying to do. Fic as in fanfic. Question curious. I am. Wait for the attack. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hang on. I haven't read chat. Sorry. What happened to the one fanfic you wanted to write? Also, Jim Ryan, eat crow today by basically saying he's screwed up with the PS Store closing. He's only shutting down the PSP store. Ah. PSP. The PSP store is closing. Dak Burner didn't burn out motivation. Ah, too poor for PSP. Okay. Sorry. Had a little bit of chat to catch up on. But, so, a fanfic, you say, Draconic. I'll have you know I'm a fine connoisseur of fanfictions. A great many fanfictions have been read by me. And I have had ideas for fanfictions as well. I get the ideas, I run through the story in my head, and then I just can't really put it into good words. I can't seem to put it down on paper. You wrote a fanfic in your head, so hey, you know what? That's where it all starts. I have many of the same things, I just need to put it down on paper. But what is this fanfic then, Draconic, if you don't mind me asking? Get off me, dude. That guy was way too clean. You saw how he went in for that hug there? Jeez. I'm not a hugging... Okay, I can't say I'm not a hugging person. I cannot say I'm not a hugging person, because when I do find somebody I like, you know, I do enjoy a good hug. Cry in a corner? Cry in a corner? Oh no! No cries! No tears! No sadness! No crying, no tears, no sadness. A 5D's drift shipping fic. Drift shipping is not something I really recognize the term of, but 5Ds, huh? You know, I will confirm that I am a shipper of Yusei and Naki. I do indeed ship those two. But Sherry, huh? I can't really say I remember her. Can't really say I remember them. Okay, we got another big boy that we want to take down from a distance. 4 SSRs and 2/4 of them are speaks who didn't get who I wanted. I mean, I know who she is, but that's only because apparently her cards have gotten some support very recently. So that's the only reason I actually know who you're talking about. But, And you know, that's still a good, that is still some good gotcha there, J6. How did I miss that? I'm sorry. Big dude, I did not miss you with that Molotov. It literally phased right through your frickin' body. Oh, right. He's Mr. Wrecking Ball. I forgot about this boy being Mr. Wrecking Ball. He's a fan of Miley Cyrus. No! Gah! So close. I mean, you know, we all know my memory can be bad sometimes, you know? Just a little bit, you know, just a wee bit fast. I'm sure I can take him. But, you know, he would be dead if that Molotov cocktail, which literally phased right through his body, did its job. But no. He has to have Mr. Danny Phantom's power. You know. He can float through walls, disappear, and fly. He's much more unique than the other guy. It's then that he knew what he had to do. He had to stop all the ghosts that were coming through. He's here to fight for me and you. Ah, Danny Phantom was so good. 10 multis on the gotcha. Oh, J6. Remember, gotcha can be hell. Yeah. I read some good Danny Phantom fanfics. And I guess there's some continuation comic based around Danny Phantom and Ben 10 or something that, I don't know. Because I liked Ben 10 too. Not as much as Danny Phantom. And I stopped watching at a certain point with Ben 10 just because it started getting a little bit weird with the art style. Okay, just wanted to confirm. Cannot parry. Yeah, childhood memories. It's either succeed, or you fail, or suffer from success. Suffer from success. That's one interesting... Suffer from success. That is certainly not something I've heard before. How does one suffer from success, J6? Fashion! Super lucky and good at a bunch of stuff, just never what you truly wanted. I suppose that is a good definition for suffering from success. And yeah, I don't think I ever even watched Omniverse. Let me think. Oh, hang on. Is the internet being glitchy? Hang on. Is the stream failing here? Streamlabs. Yep, stream disconnected. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Are we? Hang on, are we back? It's saying the stream is disconnected, attempting to reconnect still, so... Not that I don't believe you or anything, it's just, you know... Okay, now it says we're back. Okay. But, as I was saying, I think I stopped watching Ben 10 when they dropped Ken and Gwen from being main cast members. Ow. Yeah, it crashed. It did indeed crash. Streamlabs showed a crash. Or not crash, but disconnection, so... Same thing, really. That was Omniverse. Yeah, I don't think I ever watched Omniverse then. I think Ultimate Alien would be the last one that I watched. Come on, dude. Come away from over there. I've got things over there that you will scare away. Right. He's got reach. Also, I forgot. He's like Kratos with that thing, too. Because he can bring that sucker back to his hand at a moment's notice. Ooh, that was close. Good night, sweet prince. Alright, so now I gotta remember. There it is. I'm a-coming for ya, you little bugger. Give me your crystals, you crystal lizard wannabe. Ah, crystals. But lots of bloodstone shards, so I can definitely upgrade my weapon a wee bit more here. For, I believe, if my memory serves, because I don't remember many speedrunners heading this way. Rav, I do not recognize that character name. Out of curiosity, J6, what kind of shows did you watch? Actually, I'll list off some and you tell me. Did you ever watch Shaolin Showdown? Yes. Or Teenager, I suppose. Hey, Wobbuffet, welcome. What is that symbol next to you? Also, I'm just channeling my inner Zelda here, you know. Smashing all the pots, you know, like Zelda would. Nothing. Nothing from all those. GlitchCon 2020. I don't know what that is. The infamous closed door. This door never opens. No matter what. No matter what. That door will never open. Vaguely. I vaguely remember it. But that's the dead end in this route. So now... Not at the moment. No, Wobbuffet. Not at the moment. No. And yeah, not even a single rupee there, J6. Such a shame. Besides Pokemon, you have no memories. Okay. Then, and this is a question for all of you. What was the first episode of Pokemon you remember? Out of curiosity, for everybody that's watched Pokemon, what is the first episode of Pokemon that you remember watching? Well, obviously the first season... Was it the first episode of the first season is my question. I need to return to the dream to upgrade my thing. I mean, I was both. Honestly, I was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I was certainly both. Although, admittedly, my original run of Yu-Gi-Oh! Stopped when 5Ds first came out, just because at the time I was a kid, and it was more of a car games on motorcycles? That's weird. First episode and Bye Bye Butterfree and Brock's Gem. You're more Digimon? I watched all three. I'm a mixture of all three of your tastes. I watched all the Digimon. Until they stopped airing things after Frontier. My first episode of Pokemon I remember watching was the Fossil episode where Charmeleon evolved into Charizard and showed off his tremendous strength. Which is why Charizard is my favorite Pokemon, you know? That is why Charizard be my favorite. We're going to upgrade our spear. There we go. Yeah, I did end up watching 5Ds at a later point in time. We're gonna leave our pistol as is. I did end up later on down the line watching 5Ds. Oh, for sure, for sure. Jack the King was the best. I've not found one, Wobbuffet, but there is reasoning. And I will explain that reasoning not on stream. Hang on, I gotta check something real quick. Is this the weapon that I wanted to build towards? That's the left-hand weapon. Oh, I definitely need more blood tinge here. Okay.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Okay. Arc 5 is better. Arc 5 was pretty good, although Arc 5 did sort of falter at the end. Now I'm more of a strange man with self-diagnosed depression. We're all strange, you know, to be fair. All in our own weird ways. It's more probably just because Jack had more of a central focus and not so much Yusei. You know? Shun, though. Shun was the man from Arc 5. They did him dirty. They did Shun dirty. Taking away his sister and his best friend. You know? Poor Shun, man. Poor Shun. But, Wobbuffet. Indeed. But, Wobbuffet, since you said you are more of a Digimon man, what Digimon season was your favorite? Out of curiosity. What, or not season, but series. Which series of Digimon was your favorite? You like the OG Adventures? I will admit, you know, Adventures has its own nostalgic charm. Then O2. Wow, I mean, okay, yeah, out of the first 4, let's say, of Digimon, what is your order? 1, then 2. Yeah, Reggie was a good character as well. He was good. Just, you know, busy schedule, but when you're a famous VA, what can you do? What can you do when you're famous? You hate that one? Personally, Season 3, which was Tamers, was my favorite. Followed by Season 4, which is the one where they became the Digimon, you know. I was quite the fan of Spirit Evolution. Ow. I don't know. That one hit me, Wobbuffet, at the time where I was going through superhero fantasies at the time, and it sort of just resonated with me, you know? Did he now? Okay, so I will admit, for Zexal earlier, I watched the English version. Arc 5 is where I finally started to watch the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I did end up watching Season 4 of GX in Japanese, just because, as well as the final season Okay, so I can't say I've watched all of the earlier seasons. I watched all of Duel Monsters and Zexal in English. Yeah. Those are the two I watched in English fully. GX and 5Ds, I watched the content that they had in English, up to English, and then I watched the Japanese. And then Arc 5, I watched purely the Japanese version. And Vrains. Vrains was pretty good as well. I don't like how they did my girl Blue Angel wrong. Blue Angel should have been better, you know. She really should have been better. But they just handed her the common sad card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the female protagonist ends up being somewhat relevant in the first season and then just falls to irrelevance. Ow. You kill zombos? You're killing zombies right now, J6? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, Ghost Girl. Ghost Girl got a little bit of a shaft as well. Her deck's good, though. And personally for me, by the way, favorite summoning method, definitely XYZ. Favorite deck is gonna have to be the Teller Knights. For sure. Pull the lever, Kronk! And then zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Hello, dude. If I remember... I do not remember correctly. Hey, you know... Don't do that, you know... Don't do that, J6. After all, decapitated zombie heads are still alive. Make sure to fight for zombie rights, J6. Zombie rights. Zombies are people too.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you?
Yes.
I knew it. That's precisely how I started out.
How you started?
Oh, beg pardon.
Look at his beard.
Me, Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what
Fair
say
enough.
you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned?
Sure. Jolly cooperation. He is clearly the sole heir of this game. Very clearly.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance.
Fire paper. And the prey
Beast
emote.
hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way.
Thank you, my man. Also, hang on. Just because the monocular is actually fairly usable. But look at his beard. It doesn't even go to his chin. He's a neck beard. He's a neck beard. His beard is literally on his neck, not on his chin. Look at it. Look at it. The JP one. The JP's VA ended up being a part of a cult, so her role got vastly reduced. But yeah, it is a shame. She did have a good arc coming up. Yeah, it wasn't the English one. It was the JP VA that was involved in a cult, and thus Carly's role dropped off tremendously. Which is a shame, since she was a very driving factor for Jack the King. I honestly can't compare the JP version of Taya to the English. Right, doggo. Hey, doggo, doggo. Hey, it's a doggo, doggo. Hey, doggo, doggo. Okay, gotta get this timing down. Oh, doggo goes splat. Bye, doggo, doggo. Okay, and then, if memory serves... How do I get to that? Oh, I thought I could have sworn I had to do some tricky sort of jumping maneuver here. Can't forget about Alexis. Alexis was waifu, but again, she suffered the Yu-Gi-Oh! Female character fate, where she gets shafted after the first season. Like, it's such a sad thing. I think the only one that didn't suffer that fate was the Zexal female lead. But then again, I don't think she ever dueled once. So, yeah. Next comes a very fun and fair part of the game. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. That sign won't stop me, because I can't read Yarnamese. Old Yarnum. No, you. Where do you think you're going? You will not escape me. My crystal. My crystals. Whoa, that's a big block of text. Oh, it's detailing the cult that Carly's VA was a part of. Gotcha. And it's here. Oh, I put it away. Dang it. I'm a dum-dum. Oh well. Look at these hooded masses. That's right. I'm in the poison swamp now. Akiza and Luna are the only good girl characters that get some story and won a ton of duels. Blue Angel won a few duels. Oh wait, there is one here. Awesome. I mean, you know, the ending for the anime was kind of ambiguous there. The ending for the anime was a little bit ambiguous at that point, so... You know. What was the path up? Oh wait, I gotta go down to go up. That's right, that's right. I'm going down, down, down to the bottom of this place. Digimon. Digimon. I mean, we can sort of split talk topics. You're not a good streamer if you can't solve. See them all. Ponchomon. You're gonna have to detail which in the reboot. No, I've not watched the reboot. I was going to watch it, but then you had mentioned, I think it was, that it wasn't too good, so... Ow! Why am I getting bonked now? What did I do? I thought you're only supposed to bonk the people that are horny. I'm not being horny. I don't deserve the bonk.
Hunter! Didn't you see the warning?
No.
Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts.
Oh, excellent. A place to...
They are of no harm to those alive. Turn back.
Well...
For the hunter will face the hunt.
You know, I kind of already opened the door, so... No, Pengu! I kind of already opened the door up, so they're gonna get out now, so... You know, a hunter must hunt. You know. Keep Emu away from them? From the guy? Emu. Emu? What emu? So, the beasts down here have an aversion to the flames. Some of them do, I think. Ah. But what is that emote now? Uh-oh. YouTube link. Let me get that open so I can watch it at a later point in time. Okay, so this is not... Well, that is fun to use fire to scare them. It's also kind of cheesy. What is the penguin? Oh, you know, I think I'm in a relatively safe spot. I can watch it, but I won't be able to hear it. Oh, thankfully it's subbed. Hey, Antimon! Palamon has a maraca. The maraca dissolved. And Palamon is digivolving to... Okay. So a diverse digivolution pathway for the reboot. Interesting, to say the least. Very, interesting, you know. I suppose Digimon was always the more, odd design choice for the Digimon. You know? I suppose that's the case. That has always been a bit of the case. But Ponchomon. It's Patamon's armor evolution. Really? Wait, why did Palamon evolve into it then? And I didn't know that other Digimon could get armor digivolutions. Beyond their designated crest. Alright, we're about to enter the pain zone here.
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless. Not with blood, as the rest of us are.
Ah, I see. Well, I ask, does anybody know what is going to be happening here? Okay, I can't remember. Is there items?
Which is why I must stop you.
Minigun! Gotta love Bloodborne. Miniguns. Such a fair thing. What's up, J6? Antidote. Antidote. Lots and lots of antidote. Pain? No, I do not want to feel the pain. True. Very true. I do wonder what digivolution path they're going to take with Gatomon, though. Because if I have one... Right, I forgot, explosion happens there. If there's one complaint I had about Tri, it was that Gatomon's final evolution ended up taking the weird pink dragonoid pathway rather than Ophanimon. Explosion! I mean, yeah, she becomes Anjouamon in the OG Series 2, but then she becomes not Ophanimon, but the weird pink dragonoid. Which was just weird. It felt like a weird Digivolution. No, J6, your waifu does not hate you. Your waifu loves you. Ow. Unless your waifu has a machine gun and is firing at you from above. Then, you know, maybe. Ah. Othinus never came home. There's always the future, J6. No one can tell what the future does hold. Except for probably Othinus. Or, how do you pronounce the name, actually? I've been meaning to ask whenever you bring that up. How do you spell Othinus? In that case, she's a yandere. You know, maybe a little bit. You're not wrong there, Draconic. You are not wrong. Also, I have reached almost peak fashion. Oh, nobody specifically... I made the comment of, your waifu doesn't hate you unless she's firing at you with a Gatling gun from above. And Draconic said, unless she's a yandere, you know. Because I think the only waifus that would do that are, in fact, yanderes. Well, there you go. If she's not firing at you with a minigun from above, then she not be a yandere. But your role saw the future. How so, Wabu? How so? Oh, true, true, true. The assassin of Shinjuku did indeed get his buff yesterday, was it? I want to say. And I know there's still one other servant that's getting their buff. I just can't remember what the class and everything of them is. Off the tip-top of my brain noodle. Yep, James Napoleon of Crime got his. Okay, and I'm going to check what the screenshot you just sent me is. Lance was made to be thrown. The lance would always hit the target once thrown. The lance cannot be shot down or destroyed mid-flight. The lance would return to its owner's hand after piercing the target. The lance would destroy the symbols of human power. That's a powerful lance. I wonder what it is. Okay. If I remember correctly, that's a trap. Ow! As is just standing in the open when it's known that there's somebody firing at you with a freaking minigun. Wait, Zahak's? Zahak has a backstory? Draconic, since when did you have a backstory? And where can it be read? Can't want to say I'm close-ish to a safe spot. You know, I don't remember that sound before. Who's Faradem? Hey, you! Junta! Where are you going, Junta? You must hunt! Ow! Hunter. Hunt! Oh wow, I forgot how drunk this hunter is. Okay, sorry I can't really pay attention to chat right now because I'm up against a hunter of the highest of caliber. Come on, hunter. Ow. Oh, you hunter bastard! How dare you heal? I'm the only one that should be able to heal you, hunter bastard! Woo! Nelly! That's right, I killed your friend! Ow! Okay, so what was this thing? If you had to choose one mythological person to be, who would you choose? That is an excellent question. Well and truly an excellent question that I can't give you an immediate answer. Oh, no, do not kill me. Oh, I was gonna guess you would choose the old man that, helped Benienma. That would have been my guess for you there, Wabu. Nope! Nope! No! Mother trucker! I'm saving them from a terrible fate, Wobbuffet. I am saving them from a truly terrible fate. But Wobbuffet, I'm saving them. You pick Archin, but hold the promise with Kyo. Interesting choice. A very interesting choice there. Zurkolnik. But yeah, that is a very interesting question. Because, like, a lot of mythological figures, their tales end in tragedy. You know? It's for a reason, Wobbuffet. It's for a reason. I'm saving them from a terrible, terrible fate. I just don't want to tell you that fate because it spoils a later enemy in the game. Okay, Wobbuffet, I will tell you this much. How would you feel if I told you I was sparing those birds from being mutilated and turned into a monster? Would that be fine, then? Okay. I'll never become your enemy. Why would... No, I would never become any of your enemies unless you went against humanity itself. In which case, there will be no mercy. And I made it down here. Safely. Surprisingly. I could have swore I had to land in a certain place before I died, you know. But I guess I somehow landed in the exact perfect spot. Awesome. Now, here I will want the torch so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to be hurting your waifu in the next summer event. Surely not. No, you son of a biscuit! Oh, she's a boss. I mean, you know... Can you really hurt her, though? That's the thing, J6. Can you really actually hurt her? Given what she is, I don't think you can. Plus, you unlock a costume for her, you know. Why the knives? I'm just pointing out a statement. Plan a time and location? Oh man, you're really going in on this, J6. I mean, I can't promise not to, but what if I promise to make it painless, you know? Ow. One shot. Like a straight one shot. One-shotting her, you know, that, so, okay, maybe not painless, but minimal. What if I minimize the pain? Because I can't, like, do a, poison or burn strat, because that's probably more painful. Screw it. Molly! Good lord, I forgot how many of these duckers there were. Is that one of her possible death lines? Well, that's kind of morbid. Gemstone, gemstone. That's kind of sad. Yeah, that is kind of sad. Will admit. Hey, you beasts. Yeah, that is a little sad. The red moon hangs low, and the beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? Oh, I missed something. The rifle spear. So another spear. This one, though, and I will demonstrate it when I get to a little bit better lighting, because we also have a fellow just sitting here in charred hunter items. And you know, we'll do a quick comparison. Uh-oh. Now J6 will kill you. You made a clip? When did this clip come about? Oh, I thought you were clipping me. I'm glad that's no longer a VOD. Ow. It's no longer a VOD, so you cannot clip it. Alright, so... you know what? This is good lighting. So, first is the rifle spear. It's a Pokeboy. Probably a little bit longer range. And it becomes a two-handed poker. Hostility. It's being blocked because of hostility. I'll allow it. So, this one is just a straight spear, although it does have a very nice charge. But, even still, I'm going to keep with the saw spear, boy. And then, for the new garb, the charred hunter's wear. So this is a little bit differentiated. Better fire resistance, but less everything else. So, do I want to go charred or the basic? Actually, I kind of need the poison resistance, so... Plus, it's got a much more banging collar. Look at that collar, man. Look at that collar. Pop the collar. Indeed. And then, we're gonna go uppity, up. And I can't go and talk to Mr. Minigun up there, because he'll just turn his minigun at the ladder. So we're gonna let him live. For now. And rather than going up further, we're gonna go down, down, down. Alright. So we're in a cathedral now. And if you look down there, you can see that they've strung up a lot of beasts. Gascoigne was right. Beasts all over the shop. However, if you knock that, it burns them all. Fire purifies all the heathens. Burn. Burn. Burn! The knowledge of the mad. Guess you'll be dead when the next summer event comes. No, I won't. I gotta focus here, because I'm walking on some rafters. Careful, careful, careful. And now I can drop beat. Some Molly. And now's the part where I always falter getting over there. So that when the time comes, he can say he gave me some proper warning, I imagine. The Bloody Messenger Head Bandage. I think it's relatively safe up here. So what does this Bloody Messenger Head Bandage say? Accessory adored by naive messengers, imitating the bandage of scourge victims, unaware of their meaning. The spatter of blood gives it a particularly nice touch. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Also, the rifle spear is a trick weapon created by Workshop Heretics, the Powder Kegs. Prototype weapon serving as a simple firearm and spear, possibly created in imitation of Lost Canehurst weapon. Lacks any noticeable functions, saving that as the only trick weapon with an attached gun. Okay, and I think there is another item up there, perhaps. But danger is about to be endured. Plunge! That was a good plunge. Okay, if I come here, some ritual blood. Blood for the blood god. Bloodstone, gemstone. And a lot of these beasts are afraid of flame and fire and flame. Through the fire and the flames. I think that's a song. You magically healed. You all saw that as well. He magically healed. That beast was a magical one. More antidote. More blood. More blood. Hello. Hi there. Goodbye. These poor beasties, they don't know what they're dealing with here. They're dealing with a man on search for fashion. And I will take the fashion wherever I can find it. Right now, though, I'm suffering from a distinct lack of fashion. LOF for the uninitiated. I need a little bit more endurance so I can follow up that wombo combo there. You clip that for me to say my goodbyes? Okay, but what if I don't actually do that challenge quest, J6? What if I don't actually do it? Bet you didn't think of that situation now, did you? I live! You did think of it. Darn! I thought I had tricked you. This is a conundrum of epic proportions. For my inner completionist does not want me to leave something on a stone unturned. However, my self-preservation instincts do not want me to be dead. This is indeed a conundrum. This is a conundrum of the highest order. The grand order, one could say. That was good, right? That was totally on point. I got neck pop to do. Ooh. Sorry. Neck pops are very, very good. Alrighty. And then this should lead me to the other item in this cathedral. by just drippity drop. And drippity drop. Drop, drop, drop the beast. Some more dew of the cold blood. Alright, alright. Forward march through this ruined cathedral. That poor guy. He's waiting for me to emerge from somewhere so he can pepper me with Gatling gun ammo. But I've snuck behind his back. I've killed his friend. And I've slaughtered all the beasts he was protecting. He's a beast lover. They deserve no... Trying to think of what they don't deserve any of. They deserve no... mercy. No, not mercy. Can't think of a good analogy here. Oh well. Uppity up up leads to a shortcut so that we don't have to go through that cathedral again. And then back down, 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 down. And to the other side. Was there anything here? No. More birds. Birds gave pebbles, and they were guarding a shard. Okie dokie. Smoky pokey. Up and around. Where was the way down again? Was it over here? Am I just blind? It must be over here and I'm just blind. Am I blind or am I crazy? I think I'm a little both. Eyes. Work here. I know there's a way to... There it is. I'm just blind. I'm blind. Geez, smoke. I wonder what it could be concealing. Beasts all over the shop. I have no idea how I survived that cluster. More blood. Alrighty. A gate knocked off its hinges. I'm sure this is safe. I'm sure there's nothing dangerous down here, like two wolf boys. Okay, if I remember correctly, one of them should be turning his self around. I like how you can hear the chains clink, clink, clatter. One wolf boy down. Some blood. And the second wolf boy is down as well. More shards. And over here, we have more shards. And a giant gate that does not open from this side. Oh, darn. Such a shame. Gate doesn't want to open. Can't make it open. You can't force things to open that don't want to open. Sad truth of life, you know. It's sad, but it's true. Hang on just a moment. Oop. There we go. Continue. Also, I gotta be very careful. I'm at 17,000 blood echoes, and I do not want to lose them. So if I go this way first, you'll notice something trying to be sneaky, Mr. Spider-Man up there. You're not Spider-Man! Made me waste 2 mollies. What am I hitting on? That... Okay, sure. That made perfect sense. I was totally colliding with things. Beast Blood Pellets. So, Beast Blood Pellets are something I've never actually used. Large medicinal pellets supposedly formed of coagulated beast blood. Banned from the healing church due to their unclear origin, grants a spurt of beasthood. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being rained upon by the splattering blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. So I've never used these before, but the beasthood is, the higher it is, the more damage you do in a quicker time. And it is something we will be experimenting with on this coming boss. But first, jump scare! Tried to jump scare me. Didn't work. I cannot be jump scared. I am immune. Welcome back, J6. Welcome back. Nothing on this floor. On this floor, we got a split path. Which, over there... Hello? Goodbye. I live if I don't fight her. So if I don't fight her, I live. What if somebody else fights her for me, though? Out of curiosity here. Fire paper. And a grand shortcut is here. So if you remember, we drop down here, and that's the way back up to the beginning. You wouldn't know who's fighting her, so they would live. Gotcha. What if I fight her while you're not here? Oh, you have your ways to check on me. That's kind of creepy. Stronger, doggo. You're fighting her? Well, wait, why are you allowed to fight her, but I'm not allowed to fight her? That's a little bit weird there, J6. Almost smells a bit of hypocrisy. And the stream died, so I must wait for it to return before I proceed any further down there. So I'm just going to admire my fashion choices here for a minute. Man, I am fashionable. Look at that. Look at it. It's peak fashion. I'm so fashionable. It's like, oh my gosh. Excuse me. Pardon the burp. Check Discord though. Okay. Check in. Remind me later about frickin' update. Oh, because she's yours. Gotcha. Understandable, understandable. Also, are we back? Do a twirl? Yep, we're back. Alright, we be back. Sweetness. There was an item over here. The item being a bold hunter's mark. Bold hunter's marks allow me to return to the dream without losing anything. They're homeward bonds, essentially. And we killed the little lizard that tried to flee from me. Actually, I should probably start prepping for this upcoming fight. So we want that. This. And this. If an HM, saying this because she said so herself. HM. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean by an HM, to be honest. You'll have to give me a moment to make sure I'm safe, aka clear everything out that lives, so that I do not suffer an untimely death. I'm gonna just kill everything that moves here first, and then I can check Discord. Also, that bright red light is just a summoning sign. I think it lets me summon Alfred. But I want to try this without good old Al helping me out here. More cold blood dew. Okay, that looks to be everything. Discord, oh Discord, oh Discord. Yep, I get you. Alright. So, what we want is munch on the beast blood. Apply the fire paper. And the pungent blood cocktail should draw the attention. And snap. There it goes. And we got the Thumuru Chalice. Let's clear off these, just because I don't want them on my active inventory. And let's read this chalice. In addition to that, the ritual blood. Material used in a holy chalice ritual. Holy chalice, huh? One of the basic ingredients used to say a holy chalice is this incoagulable blood. When all is melted in blood, all is reborn. And then we want the... Oh, right. The wooden shield. A crude wooden shield used by the masses who have risen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, ineffectual against the strength of beasts as they tend to be. Shields are nice, but not if they engender passivity. And then over here, the Thumuru Chalice. Looks very much like a holy grail, doesn't it? Ritual chalice found in the Church of the Good Chalice. Used in a ritual at the tomb altar in the Hunter's Dream to break the seal of the underground labyrinth. Let the chalice reveal the tomb of the gods. Let blood be the hunter's nourishment. And let ye partake in communion. Alrighty. If we go behind here, there's some antidote if memory serves. Not that I need it, but still, good to know. Some very strange statues. Not gonna knock their taste, but, you know, a little strange. And a lantern. So we could return to the dream, but look at how fashionable we are. I mean, look at this. The light really shows off our fashion, doesn't it? Very, very good amount of fashion right now. But I've also got a lot of blood echo, so I'm gonna play it safe. We can remake our fashion with time. I mean, look at the difference there. The doll sleeps. Nice. I'm gonna let her sleep for a minute. I'm gonna see if these messengers have anything interesting. Ritual blood. No new weapons. I don't need the Yarnum Hunter gear. And nothing else. So they don't have anything. Let the doll slumber. I'm not going to do the Chalice dungeons just yet. I'm going to save those for later on in the game. This has guest going set, but I already don't want to go for that. We can't upgrade our weapon at all, because we don't have twin bloodstone shards. Gehrman.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, Gehrman. Indeed.
One of the holy chalices is worshipped
I didn't do that, by the way.
in the valley.
Just started making me sit. You know.
Town of beasts. The perfect place for a hunter.
Alright. Thank you for your wisdom, Gehrman of the Chair. And now we will go along back here to this stump, which we can now use. So this stump is the cosmetics for the messengers. Give accessories to the messengers and they will immediately adorn them. We will give them the bloody messenger bandage. We give them that, and now, look at them! Oh, they're adorable! Look at them with their little bloody bandages they have wrapped around their heads. Oh. If it was Fujino, you'd gladly let everyone experience her mystic eyes. Look at them, aren't they precious? And then, since she is sleeping, and actually, let's check out Gehrman and the doll. So Gehrman, if we look at Gehrman, he is indeed an old-timey gentleman. Lots of wrinkles, stringy white hair, not like my luscious white locks. Do I have anything I can or should store here? Store the spear, because I'm not going to utilize it. Store the shield, because I'm not going to utilize that. I didn't realize I had 2 sets of Hunter's Garb. I can probably sell the extra set then. Because I'm a collector of things. We'll go through the gemstone we have equipped to our saw spear. So currently it is... Hang on. Currently it is physical tech up, and it's at HP. So actually, I think the one we have is actually probably for the best. It is minor, but a +1 HP continuously, you know. Deer and Toby are here, but Deer isn't going to talk much. Hey, welcome, Velvet, welcome. Even though you're not going to talk much, I must ask, how be things, and how be Toby? For cats are awesome. And I miss muchly. Look at her. Look how peacefully she sleeps. And look at those joints. There is one more feature. I can't remember if you can't... Okay, you can't see it at this position, so I need to get her awake. I'm sorry.
Welcome home, good hunter. I must have drifted off. What is it you desire?
Sadly, lips don't move because
Farewell, good
they
hunter.
didn't reach that point with tech
Find your worth in the waking
yet.
world.
But I can't remember. Where is it? I think I walked to a bad position. I think it's more on this side, and I can't see it from there. But she's tall. She a tall doll.
Welcome home.
Napping in your lap? That's precious.
What is it you desire?
I am jealous.
Over time,
To a various
countless
high
hunters
degree.
have visited this stream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now. Over to
Alright. So let's channel the
Very
blood.
well. Let the echoes become your strength.
Echo, echo, echo.
Let me stand close. Now shut
Ah.
your eyes.
Well, I do hope that you feel a little bit better, Velvet. I do hope so. I hope whatever it is that is ailing you stops ailing you. You kick its butt and you send it packing, you know?
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Thank you, doll. We're gonna sell these little bundles of joy, the hunter's garb, as well as all these bloodstones, which aren't really worth anything, but you know, every little bit helps. Bye-bye, little fellas. Alright, so we've explored there. We still have a bit of time left, so back to the cathedral ward, where we will talk to the old woman. Alfred sadly does not have any new dialect for us. I think he actually might have moved his location, actually. We can check, I think, where his second location is. Yeah, we'll check that. And then if he's not there, then we'll proceed forward marching. Proceed with this forward march, you know. I do not know why I suddenly try to talk in Russian accent. I know it's not very good. So, I am not a very good Russian accent person, you see. I'm actually quite terrible with it. Hang on a second, I gotta do some quick mental maths. Okay, do that. Alright, so let's talk with the old woman. Or actually, talk with this fella first.
Ah, this here is a safe spot. Next time you're out on a hunt, remember what I asked. If you find any sane suckers, there's nothing...
Nothing to fear here. I'm positive. Look at this guy. This guy screams trustworthy, you know? He screams trustworthiness. And her face is just a little misshapen, you know? But that's what old age does to ya. Old age, it can make you misshapen. Hello.
You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks.
She's just a little shy. Alright, if I remember correctly here, though, is... Nope, I do not remember correctly, or I've just not reached that point yet. So I know I can't do anything in that direction. Instead, that is open, so that is the way forward, but I want to see if Alfred is up for a chat. Is he over here, or no? No, it's not over here that he would be anyways. My memory is just poor. Give me the bullet. 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 Fashion. Give it to me. I need the fashion. Alright, so uppity up. This way we go. Push and stand. I think I gotta run. There we go. Hidey secret hide area. I do wonder why there's sandbags all the way up here. I mean, it's not like anybody's gonna find their way up here easily, you know. And even if they did, those sandbags are kind of pointlessly placed. Just saying. But in this chest, we find ourselves Formless Odeon. This is a rune. A Carol rune. Formless Odeon, one of the Odeon runes. Higher Quicksilver bullet max. Increases Quicksilver bullets by up +4. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. The great old one Odeon, lacking form, exists only in voice, and is symbolized by this rune. Those who memorize it enjoy a large supply of Quicksilver bullets. Human or no, the oozing blood is a medium of the highest grade, and the essence of the formless great one Odeon. Both Odeon and his advertent worshippers surreptitiously seek the precious blood. And then right here we have the Messenger Urn Festival. Another Messenger Urn. Maybe a little bit more cheerful, you know. That one is here. Accessory adorned by naive messengers. The messengers wear the urns filled with incense that ward off the beasts on their heads upside down, suggesting a predilection to the dark. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have an interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? And boop. I'll heal. I got +1 to my health recovery every so often, I think. Maybe. Oof. Side of my foot itches. Itchy itch. Oh, and sit up a little bit straighter. But while you might not want to talk, feel free to... Ow! I forgot! Old man with a machine gun! Old man with a machine gun! Cannot believe I forgot about old man with a machine gun. But while you might not wish to talk too much, if you don't mind me asking, outside of not feeling too well, I hope things are doing well in the grand scheme of things otherwise. The Communion Room. Communion Room, higher blood vial maximum. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. Several runes relate to blood, including communion, which raises the maximum number of blood vials one may carry. This rune represents the healing church and its ministers. Blood ministration is, of course, the pursuit of communion. Not really, but it is what it is. Well, I do hope that whatever is causing you these troubles gets destroyed and does not trouble you any further. No! I don't want to go down there just yet, but it's hard not to die here. Oh, this is going to be fun. By the way, I forgot to ask yesterday, but how's the friend lock going? I didn't see you go live at all on your Discord. I might have missed it, or I might have missed the time change being said or something, but... I didn't see anything about it, and I meant to ask yesterday, but I'm a bit of a procrastinator. It's postponed for a bit. Gotcha. Okay, I was somewhat worried that I had missed an announcement of time shifting and that I had missed it. Ooh, doggies! That was close. Oof. Rip. That does so suck. Blood Tinge Gemstone. Nice. By the way, completely and utterly unrelated here, but, how goes the computer troubles that I know you've been having? Art thou still having troubles with thine computer, Velvet? Velvet. She's had computer troubles for a while, and I was just wondering how they are going. Oh, I forgot about this big boy. Hey, don't be shy. He's shy. There's big boy. Look at them, trying to fire through solid stonework. This is good, solid masonry. It's not gonna be penetrated by a measly bullet. Wait, does Big Boy patrol? I can't remember. Big Boy. Big Boy. There you are, Big Boy. Ah. Understandable. Oh, thank you for your blood vials before you fell, big boy. Gotcha. Also, I totally didn't just push an old person in a wheelchair off. See, he lived. He's fine. You know, people in wheelchairs can survive falls. Clearly. Don't push them down, though, you know, because they have guns, too, and you don't want to be shot. Sadness. Tears. Are you looking at any, though? Is the question. Have you any in mind? Like, I don't think I've actually asked if you planned on, like, doing a laptop, getting an actual PC. Oh! No! Mother... I was decked out in fashion. I had such fashion. I was so fashionable that I fell. My fashion. F for fashion. That is no more. Look at this, how drab I am. I'm not decked out in the fashion anymore. Sadness. Tears. I cry every time. Run, run, run like the devil's on your heels. The devil's on your heels. The devil's on your heels. Ouch, 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 like the devil's on your heels. Like the devil's on your heels. Okay, it respawned. Do not fall to the abyss this time. Thank you. 2 twin shirts. Alrighty. But I do need to make it all the way up before I go down. Hello, Torchy. How nice to see you. Hatching eggs? I didn't know deers came from eggs. Oh, by the way, please, since you do have communication with all deers everywhere, can you please check on a specific deer for me? Ah, trying to get a shiny Swablu. Nice. But, and this is actually a story I've been meaning to tell. Last Tuesday, on my way to when my dad, because my dad likes to drive when he goes to work with us, since we all work in the same office, but last Tuesday on the way to work, we were passing by a golf course, you know, as we do, because one is sort of on the way. As we were driving past this golf course, a deer started to cross the street in front. So we came to a complete and total stop. A complete and total stop, let the deer cross the path. As we started to start going again, though, another deer comes springing out from the brush. And my dad hits the brakes enough. The deer tramples over on my hood and very slightly bumps the windshield. No real damage was done to the hood or the windshield. And then the deer kept going. The deer was completely fine. But I do wish to apologize to that deer for any possible injuries that might have happened. Also, in addition to that, a herd of deer then proceeded to pass by behind us. So, we got really lucky that we weren't just completely and utterly trampled by deer. You know, because, I mean, my car is sturdy, but I don't know how much force a herd of deer jumping and landing would carry with them. The sky and the cosmos are one. The sky and the cosmos are one. Your dad hit a deer, but when he saw that he was going to hit it, he put his foot on the gas. I mean, I do know that is what you're supposed to do, but, like, I personally could never do something like that. And in fact, and even still, this is a somewhat traumatizing story for me, but back when I was first learning how to drive, where I am, you have to take driving lessons with an instructor inside your own car, you know. And while getting ready to go down a country road, a little squirrel ran across the road, and the instructor just said, go. Not to swerve, not to stop, just go. And I could hear the thud sound, and that messed me up. That I truly did not eat for a whole day and a half before my parents finally forced me to eat something, you know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just sympathetic or what. But yeah. For me, it was. But we just got the Radiant Sword Hunter's Badge. Radiant Sword Hunter's Badge for Ludwig's successors. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The Radiant Sword indicates the heirs to the will of Ludwig. These hunters, also known as the Holy Blades, are what remains of the ancient line of heroes that date back to the very early age of honor and chivalry. And then further explorations show a locked door. Remember that. It'll be important for later. But now we have to go up further. We must first go down, down, down. And thank you for being able to carry that message on, Velvet. Thank you kindly. But yeah. I mean, it was more just a guilt thing for me. You know? That was well and truly the first time I'd ever been so involved with something dying before. And I mean, I'm not a vegetarian or anything. Like, I'll eat meat. But actually killing it is more for me than not, you know? I don't know what that says about me, but... Also, this place is hell. Sweetness. This place is hell if you wish to get to the special thing. I know there's a trick to this. I just can't remember what it was. I think you have to do... No. No. Nope, I am not a vegetarian. Hang on. I know there is an emote here. Nope! That was the wrong one. That was not the right emote to do, to get down there. Happens, though. The emote called Death. Apparently, you know, apparently that emote has the nickname of Death. Destroyer of me. But we gotta go that way if we don't want to spend 10,000 blood echoes. She was talking about the friend lock thing, J6. She was talking about the friend lock stuff that we were talking about earlier. Friend lock is a special type of Pokemon Nuzlocke where you have... In fact, I will let Velvet describe it if she would like to. Velvet, if you wish to describe what a friend lock is, feel free. Otherwise, I will be happy to explain. Her Discord. Thankfully, this is easy to gate back. Getting down there is tricksy. Nope, I missed. But that's what I aim for. That door. I must get through that door. The door calls to me. It sings a song that I must heed. The song of the door, hidden indeed. But I clearly overrolled there. Yep. And if that Pokemon dies, the person playing the friend lock must personally find that person and put them out of their misery. Yes, I am a beautifly. I mean, you know, it's not really waiting for the Beautifly me to die. It's more just waiting for me to inevitably roll another version of Gilgamesh that is not Kid Gil. Because the second I roll another version of Gilgamesh, the dear dagger gets stabbed into mine heart. Isn't that right, Velvet? The dear dagger awaits the soul who seeks the Gil. Nope! Missed it. I know there's a specific way to land on that landing. I just don't know what it is. I guess I could look it up, but that kind of seems lame. Hey, there's enough of me for everyone. Although, I shouldn't really be condoning killing me, you know, because I only have so many lives, you know. You still can't get more Iso? Ooh. Oh no. How much did you put into Iso, Velvet, out of curiosity this time around? Because I know you went pretty deep in before. Well, of course, but the routes where you guys kill me are the non-canon side stories. You know? You use most of them on XA. Was it maybe here that I had to fall down to? Nope. I was close! I was close! I'm like cutting my side open on the edge of these jagged wooden planks. Like I'm falling past and gutting myself as I fall. But I'm getting closer and closer still. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Does Iso come back next year? I thought he would only have the rate up with the Guda Guda 3. Does he have more than Guda Guda 3 as rate up there? Also, Velvet, by the way, your troubles with Iso are making me dread the possible troubles I might have with Lambda this coming summer. You know, you put how much into Iso and you only got him NP1. So I'm wondering how that's going to translate when it comes to Lambda and me. Okay, I think... Nope! I need to look this up. Especially since I'm aiming for NP5 Lambda. Old workshop jump. I'm gonna get that up. Well, I'm sure that since apparently he's coming back for the Shinsengumi, although I thought Iso wasn't associated with the Shinsengumi, da. But I'm sure that when that comes, you will get him to your heart's content. Okay. Retrieve the echoes first. And then, let's see here. So, yeah, Bloodborne rated M for mature. Okay. So, where exactly are they dropping down? Really? So... they had a messenger to sort of guide them. I suppose that also depends on when the event actually occurs then, doesn't it? Okay, so they took off, like, here. I was closer! I was closer that time! I actually landed on it for a brief split second there. For the briefest of split seconds, I landed on it. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Oh, I'm so glad I don't do dropper maps in Minecraft, because I would not be good. Of course, if you guys ever wanted to have me do a suffer stream, then I guess dropper maps for Minecraft would probably be a good way to make me suffer. Minecraft dropper maps would probably be a good way to make me suffer. Okay, so I think I just wasn't at the right angle for that drop. Oh, you got a silver assassino. And, of course, now my echoes are going to be on that platform because I landed on it for the briefest of split seconds. Hey, you got the harem protagonist. Did I not pick up my echoes last time? Hold up. Did I just not pick up my echoes last time? I don't think I picked up my echoes last time. That annoys me. Open the door. These statues look like priests. And what do we find? An abandoned old workshop. Check. Oh, check disc. I thought you were saying, like, check the disc. Like, check the disc? That's not a thing anymore, J6. It won't let me open that on my phone, unfortunately. But this certainly looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Believe! Believe! What do we have in this chest? Doll clothing. Discard a doll's hat, likely a spare for a dress-up. A deep love for the doll can be surmised by the fine craftsmanship of this article, and the care with which it was kept. It borderlines on mania. It exudes a slight warmth. So I could dress up as the doll. I'm not going to because her fashion is one that I cannot pull off. I want to go in through the front entrance over here. Certainly looks familiar, doesn't it? I mean, I am going to be ending the stream here soon-ish. And look what we have over here. An abandoned doll. Look at her just sitting there. So peaceful. But also so lifeless. And I think if you sit here watching her long enough, she does eventually blink. But I don't know how long that takes. I need to try and remember my Discord password now, so give me just a moment here. No, yellow burb. Oh no, sadness. Tears. We cry every time. That's not the password. That's the password. Okay, let me check this. Also, I like how there's a slight breeze. 160 eggs now. Hot damn, you are going at this hard. Okay, yep, there is a 4-second voice file here. So I can check the voice file on the laptop. But what do we have here? 1/3 of an umbilical cord. A great relic, also known as the Cord of Eyes. Every infant, great old one, has its precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great old one loses its child, and then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. Used to gain insight and, so they say, eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly means. So we got an umbilical cord. I'm not going to use it right now. I'm going to carry it around in my back pocket. Because that's where you should carry your umbilical cords, everybody. Carry them in your back pocket. Alright, and I am going to have to go back to the top of that area eventually. But first, I want to unlock a bit of a shortcut. But 160 eggs, respect indeed. That is some severe dedication. Are you hatching multiple eggs at a time or only one by one? Out of curiosity there. Also, I'm sure you remember, but down here we do have Doggo. By 5s? Nice. Still some severe dedication there. You will be rewarded with your dedication. The yellow burb will visit you. Surprise! Colonoscopy. Times 2. The Beast Ring. Boosts the effect of temporary transformation. A transcription of the roar of the beast, a labyrinth beast. The bearer of the beast rune has accentuated temporary transformation effects. Beast is one of the early Carol runes, as well as one of the ones first to be deemed forbidden. The discovery of blood entailed the discovery of undesirable beasts. Can't believe he gave all his fashion to this door, by the way. Also, okay, the beast looked like it had 2 heads, but no, it's just the twirly horns. The red means people.
A night of curses. A night to remember. What you say, friend? A night of curses. A night to remember. What you say, friend?
This person is very clearly friendly. I would trust them to invite me to a party. Okay, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way first. Look at all these beer bottles. This city very clearly has a litter problem. Rumpled Yardum hat and sweaty clothing. I am hereby invited to... Dun dun. Doggo! Bad Doggo. Bad! Bad doggo, bad doggo. Bad doggo. That guy's surely friendly. He's got a bloody sack on his back. That's a sign of friendship if I've ever seen one. Okay, so that's the shortcut, but there is more to explore around here that you can't explore if you leave the area. So let's draw some aggro here. Like how they think I'm a beast. More fellers. Okay. Now, though, is where I need to actually get a little bit more serious. As this big boy is not nice, does not play nice. And now he's entered Fury mode! Gotta get the timing right on this. Oh, I think I might... I didn't realize you couldn't come in here, mister. I lucked out. I believe, Velvet. I believe! Mister. There we go. Cheese win. Cheese for the win. Alright. But while he was tough, there is a tougher foe yet down here. More knowledge of the madman. Alright, wish me luck, because this next guy is actually dangerous. Okay, I think I can get a molly off. Oh my goodness, I did not think that would do as much damage as it did. Oh, no, 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 no! Die? Oh, I got lucky! I did not realize a molly would murder him. Oh, these guys are hell if they get the jump on you. Which one probably will. But the fire red blood gemstone gives fire attack as well as HP recovery. So that will definitely be going on our weapon. But what's up, J6? What be up? Alright. So, a shortcut will now be unlocked. Look at our fashion. We're so fashionable. It's like, OMG. We're so fashionable. Thick cold blood and... the shortcut has been opened. So a little bit more to explore before we fully loop around, though. Up this ladder here. Numbing Mist. while sharpening his blade, watches over my movements. Ominous. Ominous indeed. But this hunter shall not be hunted. This hunter shall hunt. And the black messenger hat. Okay, I think that was all that was hiding up on the rooftop. Crick, crick, crick. Down from the chimney goes old Saint Nick. Oh, oh, oh. I don't remember the song. Oh, oh, oh. Look at him go. Up on the rooftop. Click, click, click. Down through the roof comes old Saint Nick. Heracles! Heracles will get a +3 here, J6. Yes, he will indeed. Alright, so I have indeed fully explored this. So let's go back to the dream here. Because we will start this, we will end this stream in the dream. Because I want to see if I can't equip that Bloodstone of Fire to my weapon. Quickly here. The rupees can wait! For the stream will actually die here soon. So... Blood Gem Fortification. Nope, I cannot equip fire here. It's at the 3rd slot, the fire. Can I reinforce it, perhaps? I can. But that does not unlock the thing. But it unlocks +28 to my damage, so I will take that. I'm sorry to disappoint, J6. I am sorry to disappoint. Fire paper is available at the Insight shop now. But with that, I do believe that it is about time to be calling this here stream. I can purchase Bloodstone shards from here for a very big price, as well as Ludwig Solar Blade, but that's not what I'm using this run. So, I do think that today is going to be where we call today's stream. That is an oxymoron, but yes. So, I've been Solar Dragon. I hope that you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever form you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to drop me a follow if you're watching on Twitch. Otherwise, be sure to drop me a sub if you are on YouTube. I'm not going to ask you to sub to the Twitch channel because that is expensive. But once again, thank you all so much for coming out. I do hope that you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.